I know, so finally guys, the long-awaited video of me installing my stall bars, or some people call it the Pilates wall or the Swedish bars. It's all for gymnastics, and I'm also using it for my resistance band training as well, because as you guys know, I have my home gym, so I'm just finishing it up by actually building out this system on the wall, one of the walls in my basement gym. So yeah, long awaited video. I'm sure you guys were waiting on this, so let me show you what's involved. So there are specific materials that you are going to need to install this unit. It's something that I created myself, as you saw in the earlier clips, because I had to draw it and plan it all out. But I'll make sure that there's a list down in the description box of the things that you more than likely will need. Most of this stuff is really just stuff that I had stored in the basement of my home. I build furniture and stuff like that, so I still had stuff left over. But the really most important thing that you want to make sure that you get are these plastic toggle drywall anchors. You have to pay attention to the amount of pounds that it holds as far as weight, because this is going to be for resistance bands. I'm going to be doing a lot of pulling from it, so I need to make sure that I'm using it the correct amount of weight for it so that it doesn't come away from the wall. And you also want to make sure that you have a stud finder, because you're not attaching these to the studs, because this is in my basement, and in most basements your studs are actually metal studs, they're not wood studs. So using a stud finder does help. It helps you find where the nails are in the studs, that way you can stay away from it. But that's what I'm going to be using those drywall anchors for. So I'm going to show you in 4 steps as to how I install this wall unit. There will be 4 steps involved in this process. So most important thing that you want to do is actually make markings. You want to mark where you're going to place these the holes in the wall in order to attach the white boards that I'm having. Those are just the starting boards that I'm using. You definitely do need a drill bit for this. As you can see, I'm drilling a hole in the wall in order to put the anchor in there, and then you have to hammer it down, make sure it's flat, and then they give you a pin to push to open it from the back, so that way as you're pulling, you won't have a problem with it actually coming away from the wall. So you see I'm making more markings and making sure everything is lined up perfectly, and this is allowing me to install the white boards onto the wall. So installing these wood planks is really just for an extra stabilizer, because I'm going to be attaching the hooks onto these. So as I use my resistance band, I have that extra protection so that this unit doesn't come away from the wall. So in the list below, I mentioned that you should get wooden dowels, D-O-W-E-L-S, but I just used some stuff that I've already had in my home that I could use to create the stall bars. You will see in just a second what or how I'm installing these, or what they'll be used for. So again, important to make markings of where you're going to place the stall bars. I did them at ½ foot, so about 6 inches apart. These little C-clips, place them around the bars, and that's how I attach the stall bars. And I decided to attach them to the wood planks, because that's just more stabilization, and I don't have to worry about it pulling exactly away from the wall when I attach them, if I had attached them to the white boards. At the bottom I added another plank, just so when I attach the hooks, that would help for any lower body exercise, resistance band exercises that I do. last step is very simple, but you got to be very precise when you do this. These are the hooks, and you want to make sure you use a drill bit that's large enough to create the hole, and you want to use some tape so that you don't drill too far into where you're actually going to be placing these. So see, I have markings of where I'm going to put them, 3 top, middle, and at the bottom. And then I just drill a hole into the wooden planks and the bottom, and then I attach the hooks. And I actually use something more like a metal piece in order to continue turning them, because just doing them with just your fingers it's a little difficult, but this actually makes the process a lot faster, a lot easier, more secure. So you see me putting them in all the way up until that tape stops, and then there's the metal piece to help me turn the hook and attach it to the plank. So that's it, guys. My wall unit is complete. It's multifunctional. Can use it as a gymnastics wall bar, Pilates springboard wall, and including my elastic bands, my resistance bands for resistance training. So just showing you a few things that you can do with this. Hope you enjoyed this video. Give it a thumbs up if you liked it. If you learned something, if you're going to build it yourself, let me know. That would be awesome to hear that you've done that. And next few videos, I'll be able to show you guys more of what you can do with this wall unit. So if you're interested in getting some help to lose weight this summer, you can check out my website, beautycutright.com. I am taking in new clients for consultations and building personal programs for you. You can check that out. Link will be down below. Hope to see you guys in the next video. Talk with you guys later. Bye.